Hello, ladies. Ladies, hello. Hey, Rain and Joan. Got a front seat. Hi, everybody. We are live again today to promote my new stencil release at iStencils.com. Hey, Denise. Hey, Jane. Thanks for joining, ladies. Here's some of the aftermath from yesterday. I am running a little behind. Let me put this stuff away. What you're seeing are jelly prints from yesterday's demo of the new designs. I've got stuff everywhere. I was working from home today and just wrapped it up at 5 o'clock, like 2 minutes ago. So I came down here, flipped the camera on, and trying to pick up the pieces. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Eileen. Let's see. A lot of these are just single prints to show what the stencil looked like. I'm going to get these out of my way. So today, I thought I would show one thing I was talking about yesterday, which was using alcohol inks on Yupo or Terraskin paper with a stencil. You get some really cool results doing that. So let me get this stuff out of the way. Put that in that pile. So here's the deal, without further ado, to the deal at iStencils.com. I have a new release of 8-inch round designs that I'll be playing with today on the website. So if you go, use coupon code ROUND20, that'll get you 20% off the entire iStencils website. If you purchase at least one of my other designs, you will get a free exclusive that looks like that little guy right there in an 8-inch round. And if you have an order of $50 or more and you're in the US, you'll get free shipping, which is always the standard policy at iStencils. So that deal is ongoing. So let me put this down here so people can see the code as they come in. And I have my 8-inch round jelly plate here, but I'm not going to start with that today. I'm going to do something a little different. We'll probably end up on the jelly plate, but I'm going to try a couple different things first. And one is Terraskin. This is the coolest stuff. You almost can't rip it. I think here's a piece I demoed on before. Trying to tear it. You can finally tear it, but it's more like plastic. And almost has a little bit of stretch to it. It's so slick it feels like glass. Hey, Jen. So anyway, I need my little bottle of alcohol, which is here. And you're not supposed to spray alcohol, right, into the atmosphere and have it going. But I'm going to do it. Not telling you to do it, telling you not to do it. But I'm going to do it for this demo, and I'm going to be mindful of where I'm aiming it, and I don't have my face in it. And if you hear a big thud, I probably shouldn't have done it. But for the sake of the demo, I'm going to do it. Let me grab some alcohol inks. So this technique is really simple. Hey, Travis. You know what? I'm going to put that out of harm's way for just a minute because I'm going to spray. So I'm going to let me pick a couple stencils to spread out on this whole piece of paper here. Something that I think will be a good design for this. Let's use this one as one because everybody that places an order will most likely end up with one of these. That's the free one. And let's see. This one might look cool. Dangles always looks good. I mean, they'll all do the same thing. I just want to see one that will add a little bit more interest to the eye. I think I'll use this one because I can get more of these. I'm going to pull one off to the side here and get a little bit more of that one in, and where they overlap, they overlap. So, and then you just take alcohol inks. These containers, I get asked every time about these containers. They're by Best, and they're called, you probably can't see that, it's called Dazzle Caddy. And they're made for any of the 1-inch bottles. The little tops go down on the bottom, and then they're pretty organized the way they're all stacked up. I got them on Blitsy for a few bucks a piece a couple of years ago, but they're by Best, and they're called Dazzle Caddy. So now you just take alcohol ink, doesn't matter what color, I mean colors that are going to be pleasing to your eye, of course, and just oh, you know what? Silly girl. I was talking about not spraying and I didn't spray, but we're going to spray now, and I'm just going to flip that over. So the only reason we're spraying, and I'm moving back and I have a fan on over here, so none of this really ends up in my face. And I'm just putting a thin coat down, and all that's going to do is kind of suck the stencil down tighter to the paper. Hey, Helena. It's not, that's the only purpose it's really going to serve, to try to get a tighter seal. But the alcohol inks are going to run under the stencils, and that's part of the beauty of the project. Hey, CB. So I'm going to load this up with some ink, just following the lines wherever I want to put it. And then we'll set it off to the side to dry, and I'll come back to it later. Oop, off the paper, not paying attention. Silly girl. And then I like to mix them up a little bit. So let's see. What's that? Pool, that's kind of light. Stream, that's a good one with this. And you don't necessarily have to hit the lines exactly. You can let them blend if they're blendy colors. It's even, you know, kind of cool to do that on purpose. So you get, you know, that more blended wash of color. Alright. Oh, I forgot about doing this one. Oh, you dumbass. Oh, I said that out loud. And I'm not going to worry about filling those spots. I'll come back later, mix in some other colors. But you can see how unprecise, is that a word? This is. You just get it down somewhere near the holes, and you can see it automatically bleed right through. Can you guys see that? Let me bring you a little bit closer. Alright, we're going to go a little bit out of frame. I don't want that to move. And we're just putting it in there wherever it goes. Then we're going to come back with some of this similar pink we did over here. And did I bring any yellow out? Lemonade, that'll work. Lemonade is yellow. That'll blend with both and make kind of cool colors. We'll get a green blend and a little bit of an orange blend going with the pink. I haven't used my alcohol inks for a while. I get on these tangents where I like paint canvases, then I'm doing collages, and then I start on my tiles, and I can't stop making tiles. For a while, a couple years ago, I was hooked on my alcohol inks. I think I might have done some brain damage in those days, but yeah, it was bound to happen. I'm not putting too much down here where they overlap. Hey Cindy, thanks for joining. That's a new name. Welcome. My niece Chelsea was watching the other day. Then she finished up on YouTube. I didn't know she even watched me. Little rascal. All right. Do I have enough on there? Missed a little bit. Let me see. Maybe let me come back with what? Clover. That's kind of a blue-green. It's green, but it's got a little tinge of blue in it. So it'll blend okay with probably anything it touches on here. And if it doesn't, then we'll just have a color we're maybe not that wild about, but what the heck. All right, good enough. So there we are. We got alcohol inks in the holes of the stencils. And this one's probably going to be difficult for me to move because both stencils are hanging off the sides. And I'm not that smart to think that far ahead. So there's that. Get these out of my way. They fit perfectly in my little Alex drawer down there. Okay, can she move this without schmutzing it all up? All right, I'm going to take this to a safe place to dry, somewhere close. Where would you be? Close place to dry. Maybe there isn't one. Hang on, let me walk around to the other side. So do a little balancing act. And put it up here. I think I made it. I think that'll come out okay. So now remind me in about 15 minutes because those of you who know me will know what's going to happen. I'll forget I even did it and find it in the spring. So I thought what I would do today a little bit different. Let me move my jelly plate. We'll come back to that later. Is play with the stencils on some tags with some Dina paints. So I'm going to gesso some of these tags. Oh, apparently I need to buy some small paper palettes. Oh, I got this mumbo jumbo one here. Oh, you're welcome, Travis. The 911 on speed dial. You may need that, Sandy. And Rain. Hold on to that thought. I just realized I listened back to a little bit of the video I did yesterday, and I sounded a little hoarse. What's up with that? All right, where's my good night? Dave's got me all jacked up here with his project to improve my workspace. And in the meantime, kind of hosed up. Oh, inhaling the alcohol. It happens. So I'm just going to take a little palette knife and just get a little thin here and there, not exact, coated gesso on some of these tags, and then I'm going to sit them aside, let them dry, and show you what I got in the mail today. Let me put this down here so everybody can get the stencil code if they haven't already had it yet. I try to put it everywhere known to man So if anybody's going to support me by buying stencils, at least they'll get a discount. So I'm gessoing these tags because I'm going to paint them, and then I'm going to wipe back some of the paint. I did some of these before and I really like the way they came out. You don't need a thick coat. You don't need it to go everywhere because that texture under there, it'll absorb differently. The paint will absorb differently on the gesso as it will directly onto the manila. So I think the recording came out okay from last night. I watched it back today, but it was here and there. I sped through it, sped it up, and popped through it a little bit, but I didn't see any issues. I know everybody said it kind of flickered a couple times yesterday. The one I did the other day, the audio on the part 1, I had 3 parts because it kept cutting me off. But the audio is on YouTube is totally flubbed up. I mean, you can watch the visual. I put it even in the title saying, bad audio. Don't email me. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's do one more and we'll do an even 6. How about that? And why am I doing an even 6 when I do everything else in odd numbers? Who knows? One of my little quirks, I guess. All right. Yes, I'm wiping that on my shirt. Okay. I am going to set these aside to dry. And, oh, thanks, Joan. I appreciate the support from everybody. All right, I'm just going to kind of make a hole here so I can show you what I got in the mail today real quick. More art foamies. They sent me this little thank you of these little feet. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Hang on. Oh, Lord, I got a big splatter of gesso all over my computer. Sweet mama. Let's see, am I in? No, I'm not zoomed in. I'm just not paying attention where the camera is, I guess. So these are little feet they sent me as a thank you. I got some Julie's. Can you see that even? It's concentric circles. Is that showing up at all? Can you see that? I don't know. I'm not going to go through this in detail. That's not what this stream is about. Hey, Jane. Whew. Heater's got to go. Another hot flash. The big concentric circles. I got the text stamp. I got this one. Looks like rows of circles. I got the big leaves like the ones Andra got that she cut apart. I got the paisley with the designs in it. I got one of the gear. Actually, they sent me 2 of these gears. So, and I only ordered 1, but I got 2. So when I play with these, we'll give one of those away. I don't need 2 of those. I got the little railroad tracks and this little circle with the dots on it. Like, how can you resist that? A little feather, and that really is a little feather compared to the other ones I got. And I got the geometric triangle. So there's a lot of fun to be had there. Hey, Bunny. And we will play with those sometime soon. Get them out of the way. Hey, Silver. Hello, Silver. All right. Get those out of the way. Buckle up my sleeves. Maybe I'll hit these with a heat gun so we don't have to wait too long for these to dry. stuff everywhere. Come on. Hey, Janice. Plugging in the old heat gun, and I'll hit these with a little warm air and get the party started here. Oh, let me open links. There you go. They are now rain. Hey, Terry. I'm wondering if I have enough gesso on here for this to work right. I guess I do. Oh, we'll see. What's the worst that can happen? Some spots are a little thicker than others. Maybe I should have used a brush. Just set up a little higher. Yeah, that's what I thought, Rain. She kind of just slaps it kind of haphazardly and whatever it is. And they come out great, so. Oh, I don't have any water for my brushes. Thought I had everything ready. And I do not. So, I got to get my water bucket for this, for my brushes. So, hang on. Chat amongst yourselves. And if you're on YouTube, sorry. Oh. Real life, people. Real life. So I got a couple extra of the larger size Dina brushes recently because she's right. Her paints really need a pretty firm brush. I don't care how much room I have, it's never enough. Oh, there goes a whole big disaster right there, but that's okay. That's okay. Make room from a bucket. Get these out of my way. Yep. And grab my 3 Dina brushes in case I need 3 colors. And back with the big palette. All right, so see my very scientific test. They're dry. Dry enough. So let me get most of these out of the way and grab a couple colors. What do we want? Sky and Lapis, maybe. Alright, let's just have at it, shall we? I'm going to put a couple colors out on my palette. This is the Lemon, Lapis, different combination. I don't know why I'm going with these three colors together. Not three I would usually pick, but that's what I had in my hand, so that's what we're going to do. Somebody will like them. Probably not me. And I'm going to put down find my tools here before I hose myself up. Gonna need a baby wipe. Hey Trina. Yeah, I saw those. I saw she had big jars. I was wondering that too, if she just had like a big amount in her for her demos that she did at CHA, or if they were going to come out in larger size jars. So I'm just going to go across here about a third of the way down with the yellow, and then I'm going to grab some of the Sky, because I think that'll blend to a nice turquoisey green, and kind of overlap the yellow and come down the tag even further, a little bit into the other third, and then I'm going to grab some of this Lapis and start from the bottom and work that up a little bit to get a blend into that blue. Alright, and then, oops, don't have any stencils ready. Silly girl, silly girl. Let's grab well, you can't go wrong with circles, so let's do some circles. And let's put it down kind of wonky on there. And my baby wipe. And let's try to wipe some of that back, which the gesso is letting me get a little bit more of that done. And turn this to a clean spot. Pick up the paint instead of just, if you don't, you're just going to move the paint. You're not going to pick it up. But if you turn it, yeah, that's kind of cool. Right? That's one layer. Let me be a little smart. Stand back, people. I'm trying to be smart. Somebody's going to get hurt. And let's do, I'll actually prepare my stencils ahead of time. So, let's see here. I don't care what I'm looking for in this little bin. It's always on the bottom. Now let's just put some other colors out here. This is going to get hosed up. Sure as I'm sitting here. Get most of this paint out of here. I don't want to get these wet necessarily. But I only have 3. So I'll wipe out most of the paint. I'll keep that for like the blue family. And I'll get a lot of this yellow out of there. And kind of keep that for the warm family. And this light blue, try to get most of that out of there. I wouldn't be doing this if I was just doing this at home by myself in my basement. Wait a minute, I am at home by myself in the basement. What the hell are you talking about? Good enough for demo purposes, I think. That's my blue, that's my hot. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's get some magenta out there. Turquoise. I love her turquoise color. Love the turquoise. And let's put some lime. I think I did lime and pink one time and it came out kind of interesting. Can't swear to it. Alright. This has blue in it. It's not going to work, is it? Ugh. Who am I trying to kid? I'm going to have to wash out the brushes. These hold some water and they're hard to get dry enough to do this technique again. That's why I'm trying to avoid the water brush dip. But I might have to go there. So let's see. Let's do... Oh, hell, I used the wrong... You know what? I am a danger to myself some days. That's all I'm going to say about that. This will be a pretty paper when I'm done with it. Let's go turquoise into that. Ooh, that makes a pretty blue, blue-greenish. And then let's do some hotsy-totsy pink down here. I think she called this one magenta. It's going to make a purpley as we blend it up into there. That gave me quite a rainbow. Alright. And I'm going to do stripes on here. I did a stripe tag before and I really liked it. I liked it. And it's easy to wipe off. One long strip. That's just a first layer, but I do like that stripe. I must say. What I do? Alright, let's... You know what? It's going to be unavoidable. I'm going to have to, because I'm painting myself right off my table here. I'm going to have to go in the water. We're going to have to deal with it. Just plain really, Kathy, not making them for any particular reason. I use them with some of my Etsy orders. When I send out an Etsy order, I put them in like a little thank you card. I think, Joan, what, oh, what swap are you talking about, Kathy? I was thinking you meant for Maryland, then I just realized you're not going. Yeah, I did, I put a little gesso on first. Lynn. No, what swap are you talking about? It must be something else that I am not aware of. But honestly, I don't have the time to really put towards any swaps. Oh, Jane, did you get one of them? Oh, when you bought my tile thing, yeah. Oh, Laurel swap. Yeah, no, I don't have the time to, unfortunately, participate in any of that fun stuff. Let's do, what do I have left? Let's do a hot one. Now, what did I do on the pictographs before that I thought was a cool color combination? I think I did the unorthodox combination of orange and turquoise, which resulted in a cool army greenish kind of color. in the middle. So I'm not going to go in thirds. I'm just going to go halvesies and overlap a little bit in the middle. All right, and then let me grab this turquoise. Get that color. I could eat that tag. God, that's pretty. Mama like. And then when I get that settled, I'm going to drag some of that up here. And it makes this really cool neutral, mossy, loading, what I call kind of an army green. Groovy. And that just says pictographs. So let's just put that bad boy on there. Boop. And wipe some of that back. And I don't have a clean baby wipe. So this one, because this is smaller and smaller little holes, you want to do the little twisty thing and not, some of them you can wipe, but see what just happened? It got stuck on that little sharp edge. So you want to kind of just get on there and twist it a little bit. More of a dabbing twist than wiping it. Because you're going to get your stencil all jacked up if you do that on something this small. And keep turning the baby wipe to a clean side. And they don't each have to be completely cleared out. It's kind of cool that some of them are, there you go. Some of them are just kind of ghostly, but this is the back layer, so I don't care that it does. I didn't clean all of that out on each one. Right? So let's grab something else. That might make a cool one off the edge. So let's do that one in pretty colors, like florally colors. I'm going to use that one, what do I call it, teardrop doily? Where's that? Here it goes. I'll say I just had the yellow. Hey, Juju. Okay, so if I live long enough to retire, then I can get in these swaps and stuff and play. There aren't enough hours on the clock for me to be able to do that kind of stuff yet. Alright, let's go with some yellow. Her colors are so bright and they're like go on like butter. I really do like these paints. Paula said that she feels like these are just like Liquitex, but I don't feel them that way. I don't know if it's our difference in climate or brushes that we're using or what the difference is, but these are heavier body than that to me. Come on, little hot coral. Let's see what you got. There it is. It's a really pretty melony coral color. Right? And then, let's do this. I kind of like that you can do that sweeping, with them being round, get that sweeping half circle on the tag. They're Dina Wakley paints. Oops, need another baby wipe. I always forget myself to turn this around to a new spot, but you can tell right away when you forget. Look at, hello. Because the paint's just not moving. I mean, it's moving, it's not coming off. There we go. Oh shoot, I forgot to check for a couple of these I wanted to get some of these out of there too. Silly girl. Pay attention. There we go. That's kind of cute. The little dots off the center there. I like that one. And let's see here. Oh, here's another kind of sweeping one that might look kind of cool. Look at this. Happiness down here. They're really fun colors. I love them. So let's do more Oh, hello. That was the paint tube, not the artist. Hey, Zandra. All right. What am I going to do? Turquoise and lime, maybe? Where are you? There you are. This makes a cool, watery kind of combo. Yeah, that's a, I like that spot on that, on the under paper there. Okay, what did I say? Lime and turquoise, right? With the lime and the coconut. Yep. Hold still. Uh-oh. Oh, crap, I put that in the water. Silly girl. I guess I'm going to have to get 12 of her brushes. Hey, Brenda. Thanks for joining. And some turquoise. Yum. Delicious. And there's that pretty third color that becomes of those two blending. Yum. Me likey. So I thought I'd do another one that's kind of made just screaming for this semicircular little look there again. I kind of like that. Cool. I love that color combination. Isn't that cute? Nice colors. And what do I have? One more? One more. Let's do something a little more fine. And what color do I want to do? What do I have left on my palette? Oh, sweet mama, that scared me. Let's put some turquoise on here because I have it. And let's throw a little bit of the sky in here because I have it. And let's throw, oh, let's just mix them. I'll just do it on the same dirty brush. Put some lime green up there too. Let's see what we get with that. That makes a pretty combination too. So let's try something like this. This is that original Morse code one. And this, I'm going to try to get kind of in the middle with the big dot. And this one you can just kind of wipe in the direction of the shapes and then go back for the little squares and give it a little more of a zhuzh to get that off of there. This is what I think of my dad every time I see this one. That's why I called it Morse code with the dots and the dashes. He was a radio man in World War II on a B-29 over the Pacific. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. It kind of looks sort of celestial when you see that little chunk of it. Okay. Alrighty then. Let me get rid of some of this mess. It's going to have to sit there. Let me just for giggles, let me just do that. Kind of a slap and dragon, but with acrylics instead of inks or whatever. Oh, not sure about that. Not sure about that. Whoa, looking scary. Looking a little bit like baby poop. Ugh. Not a fan of that one, but we'll put it off there. Who knows what I might do over that someday. Nothing anytime soon, I can assure you. Alright, let's get that. How wrecked am I from doing 6 tags? Oh well. It'll wash off eventually. So anyway, just wanted to play with a little taggage. So here's what we got. Oops. Right? And then you can layer on top of that. I think I have a couple. I'll show you what I did with these. Yeah, I do. Here's another one I did, kind of like that, where I layered over top of it. I used the 2 different size stencils. I lifted off with the largest stencil. See the whiter copy? The turquoise I stamped on paint with the 6x6 stencil and the pictographs. These black pictographs here were my stamps on tissue that I collaged on, and this was the little circular stamp of pictographs that I stamped, and that one's just stamped. Some of them I had embossed. But I have 4 different sizes of pictographs there layered on that ticket, on that tag. I really like that one, how that came out. I'm not finished yet. But that's an idea of what I'll do with these, as I don't want to spend the whole time just layering up these tags. I want to play with the stencils a little bit more. Here's another one, right, with some of the stamped images collaged on top of it. I just love those colors, but I didn't really do much with that yet. And some of them I already sent out. I really like that one. That was with the larger stencil, the small stencil, and then my stamps over top of it, and just splattered it with some gold ink. So that's what will eventually become of these. But for now, poppies. Oh look, arrows. Or is it tribal squares? Where's Paula? Right, so that's what I was doing, what I have in mind when I'm doing these, right? Here's another one. I just stamped gold. I kind of put them off on an angle. All right, any others worth a mention that I have enough layers on to talk about? Here's a striped one I started to do with layering some pictographs over it. But anyway, that's what they will become one day when they grow up. And actually, I think I'm going to lay them in here. This one was done early, so that can probably... This one was done a while ago. Trying to get them in there in the order I did them so they're not all sticking together. There we go. We'll set that out. Oh, Nobody reminded me to go get the alcohol ink thing. Way to go, people. You know I can't remember. All right, hang on. Let me go get that. We'll see how that came out. Hopefully that was a success. For those that came in late, when I first started, I wanted to demo the alcohol ink on the Terraskin. So if you missed it, you can see it on the recording when I push it up to YouTube, or watch it back on Ustream, whichever. I sprayed, this is Terraskin, sprayed it with a little alcohol very carefully. You don't need to spray it. I guess you could wipe it on with a cotton ball or something. And you may be able to do it without even putting anything on there, but you don't want to use water. It's alcohol ink, so I wanted the alcohol ink to blend with alcohol if it blends with anything. And I think putting blending solution down would be too blendy. Does that make sense? Very technical. And then lay a stencil down and then just drip the alcohol inks in the holes of the stencils, kind of random. And they immediately bleed under, but they also hold in the shape of the stencil, which I will demonstrate as I remove these. Hopefully. Are they dry enough? Yeah, I might have let that dry a little too long, actually. And here's the large dangles. All right, so you can kind of see how that oops, can't get a hold of the paper. Oh, you know what that is? That's the copper paint. Remember the copper paint that I pulled on that one print with the oval dangles yesterday? It's because all that copper on the back of here stuck down and came off on that, so I got some metallic in there. Pretty cool, huh? It's hard to flub up. It's kind of an easy thing to do. You just got to go for it, and if you like something that's got to be perfect and real neat, not your technique. Because now you got these pretty schmutzed up, but it's okay. We'll see if that comes off on paint when I pull some prints. I don't know. So, anybody that might have missed it, here's the code. Oops. Yes, Cindy, it was alcohol inks. You can watch it back on the recording too. But hey, Judy Patootie. Just alcohol ink through a stencil, but what's important is the paper that it's on. And that has to either be Yupo or Terraskin. The Terraskin's actually made from rocks. Crazy, I know, but it is. So here's a stencil deal for those who've come on recently that are not aware. Coupon code is ROUND20. It'll get you 20% off the entire iStencils website through Monday night, the 22nd of February Eastern Time. 20% off their entire website, which is over 3,000, well over 3,000 designs now. Not just on, it doesn't just apply for my stencils. You get a free 8-inch exclusive, which is this little charmer right here. If you spend $25 and at least one stencil in your cart is another one of my designs. And if your order's over $50, you get free shipping in the US. Yeah, Terraskin is, I'll show you I just ordered some off of Amazon because I only got a couple sheets left. Somebody sent me this. This is what it looks like. And it's actually made out of rocks. It's called Stone Paper Art Pad. But it's made from rocks, and it's a real slick, rubbery, non-porous surface, which is why it works with alcohol inks, because alcohol inks are for non-porous surfaces. By definition, that's how they're supposed to be used. And I've tried them otherwise, not the way to go. Let me just put that out there. Look at this little piece of yummy. Put that over here. Oh, you know what maybe we'll do? Maybe we will. Let's take this off. And let's put this on. This is an old cheapy shell of a plastic frame from Michael's. It's similar to Yupo, Zandra. Yes, very much. Yupo is the same. Yupo and Terraskin are the only two that I know of that it'll work on. And I'm going to use this as my like a acrylic block for a stamp, and we're going to use this like a big old 8-inch stamp, and I'm going to use it on some fabric. So this is just a hunk of muslin, a fat quarter, I think it was, I don't know how big it is. Doesn't matter. Just going to throw some prints down on this. So what I want to do is pull some stencils out that have kind of a more open design so I can get more paint down on the early layers more quickly. You don't have to do it this way. I just, for demo purposes, thought I'd be able to finish it quicker with, oops. All right. I'm going to use this little array of fun over here. Ooh, my hands are cold. Where's my heater? I'm not having a hot flash. Now I need the heater. In about 45 seconds, I'll be having a hot flash and can't get the heater away from me fast enough. Oh, mercy. Whew. That is chilly. Okay, so I got the Dina paints out. Let's try some of those on fabric and see what we get. Shall we? Oh, I love the ruby. Let's use the ruby and the yellow. And we'll get a little blendy thing going there. These are these aren't cheap paints, so I don't usually use these on my jelly plate, but just for you guys because you're special. So I'm spreading out the paint. All right, brayer off some over here. And I'm going to use this like a stamp. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lay my stencil on the fabric. Move this out of danger. So I can kind of go over to the edge here. Somewhat. Try to flatten it out as best I can. And then I'm just going to take the stamp. Patty, will this be the same time tomorrow for you? No, I'm going to go 10 a.m. tomorrow, Carrie. 10 a.m. Saturday, and then noon on Sunday, which is kind of my regular spot, if you will, for the last couple of weeks anyway. Yeah, I tried to mix up the times for the international people to be able to get a good whack at it. So anyway, I'm just going to take this, use it as a stamp pad, and come down and press the stamp, or press the jelly plate onto the stencil. Let's see what we got. And Viola, there you go. And it's still stuck to the stencil, which is okay. I don't know what kind of print I get, and I don't care. I'm just going to put it down here to try to get some color down on the plate. I mean on the fabric. And if that one doesn't work, oh, that's not bad. All right, that came off. So let's move somewhere else over here, and I'm going to print this off before it dries. And I'm going to go off the edge with this one, so I don't have such a pristine image. Oh, hey, front row 4. Hey, Andrea. Now you can chat, but you can't see the video. What the heck? Ew, cool. What I like about this is you can see the actual nap of the fabric on the plate. And when I do a cleanup print, that's going to come off and make my paper look like fabric. I remember that from doing it when I did fabric before. So there I got 3 kind of little imprints of sorts on here to start to layer up, right? So cute. And this paint did pretty well on this, I think. I should have ironed this. That's not going to happen. Who am I trying to kid? Can you hear us, Andrea, or just not see me? Can you got audio? How rude. So let's do, oops. I wonder if that's going to mess me up if I try this. I wanted to try to do that dark blue in the PBO. Here it is, my avalanche pile. I don't know if that's going to blend some of this and give me a little brown, but we'll see. Only one way to try it. Just stop whining and do it. And I forget which, did I use blue green or green blue? I don't remember, so I'll use a little bit of each. And don't know how I'll figure that out. And this is pretty juicy, and I'm going to leave a lot of that on there because it'll sink into the fabric a little bit better for me. And I'm not using any fabric medium on here. If you're going to use the fabric for something you're going to wash, you know, then you would want to mix your fabric medium in with your paint. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Do some little hands over here. So again, with this, using it as a stamp. Oh, look at that on the bottom, what that looks like. Let's see how much of that actually pulls off. Line that up. Give it a good schmutz. You can wiggle it, once you get it down there in good contact, you can wiggle it a little bit and help it get in those fibers. Hey, Pam. Poor doggy got his walk cut short. All right. Let's see how this comes out. You know what I should have done? Not thinking. Oh well. I should have done like all my warm or all my cold colors and then come back with a layer on top. But nobody said I was a smart one. Nobody said it. There's a reason for that. So now, does this show on the fabric, the PBO? A little bit. Not as much as on the paper, but I'm going to wait till it dries because I've used some of the PBO on some things and it didn't look as good, but once it dried, it did look different and better. So we'll see. Yeah, it's supposed to make it more durable for washing and holding up better in the laundry. Yeah, and not so stiff and hard on you to wear that garment with, you know, walk around like... Hey, did you guys see Squirrel? Did you see Julie Faye Van Balzer's painted lab coat? How freaking cool is that thing? Somebody, one of my friends I met in Virginia Beach at Art and Soul, Crystal... or Kristen. Crystal? Oh God, that's terrible. Crystal sent me a link to her Julie's blog where she painted this lab coat. It would look really cool. Yeah, it was, wasn't it, Rain? Makes me want to paint one, but the only thing is, it's another layer. And I can't be wearing another layer. That's why I get my shirts all painted. One layer, whatever it is, it is. Hey, Goof. Trina, that was it's a cheapo, couple dollar picture frame that has an insert that goes in here. And it had a little stand, I think, on it. So you could put something up on an easel like this. That I got at Michael's for a couple bucks. But it's just hard plastic and it's an 8x10. So the jelly plate just fits on there. So I thought I must have one. All right, let's do this. Now, what colors do I want to do this? Let's do... I'm telling you, this is like a black hole. Let's try this blackberry. I don't know, blackberry and sky. What the hell? Yeah, right, Ray? Yep. All right, now let's do this target one, bullseye. All right, about there, so I can overlap this, overlap the blue, cover up some of this light one. Here we go. Hey, Patricia Lou. Oh, thank you. Print's pretty good with this thing, actually. I mean, I guess if I really put some back into it, I could crack it, but I'm going to try not to do that. Ooh, look at you. Ooh, I like that blendy bit over there. All right, so there's that. And let's pull the stencil off. Maybe put that over there, kind of off the side. And let's stamp this. Ooh, that looks yummy. You guys, I don't know if you can see the fabric, the nap of the fabric in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Wait a minute, where am I? That's good enough. I don't really have any plans for what it will be, Pam. I just wanted to demo on fabric. I got no idea in mind, honestly. Just throwing some stuff out there, seeing what happens. I think I might do a cleanup on here now because that's getting quite scunged up. Just do a little tight and buff. That might not have been dry enough for a cleanup because it is blending a little bit, so that's your sign. If it doesn't stay just tight and buff, you're blending a bottom layer. And I got a little lavender thing going on in there, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Hey, Bishop's mom. Giving this an extra good zhuzh because I'm trying to do a cleanup, so I want to suck all that old paint off of the plate as possible. Have a little peek. Oop, nope. See, it didn't come off because it wasn't dry enough underneath, but that's okay. A little bit of a shadow of everything in there. I'm going to pull another one just to clean up again. I'm just going to put that on deli. More of a cleanup than anything that I'd ever use, but get a little more of that off of there. Oh, that's kind of cool. See those little bits of PBO sparkling in there? I do too. I love that sound. Listen. Music to my ears. Oh, I need help. All right, let's see what we have here. Whew. Cold hands, warm heart. What's for supper, Rain? Patty, can we use the coupon code more than once? Absolutely. You can use that however you want to use it through Monday night at midnight Eastern. You listen to me. That's like a Nightmare on Elm Street, Bishop's mom. What's your name? Oh, you're Linda. That's more like a Nightmare on Elm Street listening to me as you go to bed, isn't it? Oh, bless your heart. Okay, let's for giggles. Where's Ruby? Let's use this and Ruby. This will be a bright color. Pork fried rice. Oh, it's my favorite fried rice. I'm going to use the ruby and magenta. That may be, looking at it now, it might be a mistake. It's more of a warm red than a cool red, I guess, but oh well. How bad can that be? That's not bad, actually. It's very bright. And it almost, the red almost ate up the magenta, so I got a booger on my brayer. There we go. Keeps showing up in the prints. That's more better. So I thought I did red because I thought we would do some hearts in red. And where are we going to do that? Let's do that right here. So I'm going to try not to cover up that one hand. Well, I might have to. Oh well. So be it. Here we go. 8-inch stamp coming up. Hey Nancy. Thank you for joining. Really schmutzing it in there so it soaks in the fibers. There we go. And let's throw this maybe off to this corner a little bit. A little shadow of that over there. And let's print this off. Oh, thanks, Juju. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt your pocketbook. But it's a good time to take advantage of that coupon, too. So, honey walnut. Oh, I love that stuff. There was this place, God, back in a previous life, my ex-husband and I, we lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and we had a sport fishing boat that we kept in Cape Hatteras, and we would scuba dive and take fishing or fish the Gulf Stream, depending on who was with us and what they did. And we found this one on the way. Sometimes we would stop at this Chinese buffet, and they had I forget what they called it, but it was a sweet white sauce on these huge shrimp that were like tempura shrimp, but they were kind of crunchy with walnuts in there. That was good stuff right there. I'm just trying to pull some of this off of there. I don't know, this is kind of getting away from me as far as design. I didn't really think that far out. So, do something that's more the first pull like this to get some brighter stuff in these areas. I do believe. But what will that be? What will that be? Cogitate in a minute. Hang on. Oh, you know what? Let's do... That's why it's not coming to me. It fell off the back of the earth here. Alright. A little orange maybe in that. Get these brights here going. And what stencil do I want to put up there? Yeah. How about that one? Alright, that'll work. I have a plan. At least for the next pull. After that, oh, not me. It was the paint. Little fluorescent pink. And some bright yellow. That's way too much orange though. I'm actually going to lift some of that off and say goodbye to it because I don't have the time to mess with it. Oops, right underneath my fingernail. There goes the old manicure. Hey, Sue. For you ladies in the UK, I'm streaming tomorrow again at 10 Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern. So that'll be a little more suitable to your schedules, maybe, unless you have busy Saturdays. Hey, Zandra. All right. Let's try some of these circles. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? I have to go off the edge there a little bit. That's all right. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Let's put a little of that over here, maybe. And where am I going to stamp you off? I'm getting too many of the same colors, aren't I? This is trickier than it looks, honestly. I hate to cover up that too much. Alright, gonna have to make a move, people. Actually, I know it's near the other circles, but there's kind of a block of space right here. Oh, the hell with it. Here we go. I'll put more hands down there if I need to. Tam, buy me. Give me a good home, Tam. Only buy them if you really want them and you can afford to do it. That's what I always say. These would make some cool cleanups, but I don't want to take the time to do those. I need to bring... Oh, my hands are cold. Cold hands. Let's do a little of this. of this darker green. Just a little bit. And how about a little schmutz of something flashy? Alright, let's see what we get there. Oop, haven't filled out my stencil yet. Now let's do this. Did I do that yet? No. I don't know if that's the right color for that one though. Let's just do this. Oop. That stuff crashing everywhere. Let's try that. I know, Carrie, right? I would too, but you got to be sensible. You can't, you know, you can't do something that would put you in a bad position financially just for some art supplies, although I'm one to talk. Oh, speaking of financial situations, guess who's laying out another $5 grand, and this time for a new heat pump. Yep, the old heat pump went out on us. Ain't that a bite? So we have to have the whole heat system replaced on one half of the house. Dave did an addition on the house about the year before I met him, and when they did that, they put in a second heat system for that side. No, that wasn't good. It's getting too busy now where I'm going to start getting kind of funky. But anyway, just wanted to show you a little demo of how you would stamp with a jelly plate on fabric in the way I do it. Hey, Sonia. A heat pump is kind of a furnace. It supplies heat and air conditioning. It's electric, it's not gas. We don't have natural gas here. We do have propane piped in for our cook stove, our fireplace, and my lampwork torch that ran on propane. I know, right, Tam? It's $5,000 or bust. Last year it was with the pups last summer. That was a total of about 11 grand. God bless them. Worth every penny. Yeah, so what are you gonna do? You know, it is what it is. Just means won't be retiring anytime soon. Actually, I don't think I'm ready to retire, to tell you the truth. I like my job, and I'd like maybe to take a little more time off sometimes, but I do like my job. So I'm going to try a couple different little, maybe this, and of course some pictographs. So what do I want to do here? Let me think. All right, I thought I got it. Thanks for streaming a little of the new stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. Thank you for hanging in. I'm going to put some black on here and wrap this up. But I'm not going to do the you know, the other ghosty prints. I'm just going to do these stark black and see if my papa will bring me out of the hole I seem to have dug myself here as far as how this looks. Like this, that's a big mishmash mess. I don't care for that at all. Oh my God, hot flash. Sweet mother of pearl. Woo! Need to hydrate. Stand by. Good Lord. I'm telling you, when they hit me, sometimes they just hit me. So let's do, where's the worst of that? Kind of all over, isn't it? Let's go right in here, maybe. And let's just do some stark black arrows. Yeah, I think so, Jane. A little pop of black. Never hurt anybody. Not bad. So I'm going to do a couple of those. And then, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add more paint. I'm not going to print the back of that and print this off, because that's just going to gray it out and look like, blech. That's what it's going to look like. Blech. And there's enough bleh on there right now. So see, people, real life, this isn't as pretty as I would like for it to have come out. But because I'm doing it live, I can't hide that. I gotta just share. So, no, that's what it is. Let's go one right over here. See, it's my creativity. I think it's my hormones. Or lack thereof, I should say. There we go. Oop. That one's getting really mucked up there. It's getting pretty thick. Alright, I'm going to pull a patina of this when I get this finished. So I think this will be a good one for patina prints with the wider openings. And let's do one right over this mishmash. I've been having hot flashes bad for a little over 9 years now. Yes, indeed. They started with my very first chemo treatment. They were chemo-induced menopause flashes. Yes, they were. But that's okay. I'm here thanks to the chemo, so I don't complain about it. Just suck it up and move on. Alright, I'm going to put this back together, and I'm going to lift out the paint. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah. Out of the holes of the stencil, just on a piece of deli. Kind of helter-skelter-ish here. And I'm going to grab another piece and try to clean those holes out as much as I can. Everybody's different, Carrie. I hope you don't, I hope they don't last. I hope. My sister-in-law had one and never had another one. I could kill her. Just kidding. Love her. But, yeah, I just, everybody's different. I like to think of it as overachieving. Yeah, that's right. Overachieving. That's what I want to excel at. Hot flashes. I have a lot of paint on this bad boy. 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. Little over. December 22nd was 9 years. Not that I'm bitter. Oh, Rain, stop it. 20 years. Shoot me. I've kind of adjusted my life to it now. Dave lives more like an Eskimo. Bless his heart. I am. Uh-oh. Lifting some of that off of there. Not too smart. Not too smart. I really got a lot of paint caked up on here. Good enough. I'll get these out of the way before I have a huge mess on my hands. Ah, I think it's too late for that precaution. All right, I'm going to grab a little blue-green. I want the green-blue. The green-blue is better on the black. Where the hell is it? Who took it? There it is. Little green-blue. That's kind of a lot of green-blue. And then, hey, Tootie! I am hoping and praying for the other side of it. Now, test my memory. Now, Tootie is Gail? No. Gail? Lift some off, just with the weight of the brayer. I think this one has the risk of being, yes, Gail, I got it. What do you know? This one has the risk of being fabulous. So I'm going to pull it on deli because then I can more easily use it in a collage than on cardstock. At the risk of being fabulous. Oh, look at you, little arrow patinas. That's kind of fun. But look at that. There's more where that came from. There was a lot of paint on there. I'm going to pull that. Got a little flash going on in there. Just a little bit of stuff to pick up off the plate. And let me get that out of the way. And then what I want to do is I'm going to come back. And you don't have to put all your impressions on here like this, stamping with the jelly pad plate. You can just very simply get this out of my way. I just still need bigger. I need more area. And let's see, pardon my reach, a little makeup sponge drawer. And let's put a little black down on here. This is cardstock, not my paper palette, but that's going to serve its own purpose right now, maybe, hopefully. Load that up and dab it off so it's not too wet. And then I'm just going to sort of here and there put a couple little random bits of pictographs in here, just stamping it on, right? Not a full imprint, just a little schmutz here and there. See, where do I want to put this? I'll switch up and do a different, one of the different shapes. Just a little papa Papa goes a long way. Gonna do that one too. I kind of dipped into that one shape. Let's see. Hear me shaking the whole table. Alright, so just put a couple little somethings over here. Alright, so I think we're going to call that done for now. Can't honestly say I'm thrilled about the fabric. That would be a fib, but I'm not going to fib. But now you see basically how to use your stamps and your stencils like, your jelly plate like a stamp through stencils on fabric. Say that 3 times fast. I don't think you can. So I'm going to move this monstrosity out of the way. And let's go back to some jelly printing, but let me wipe a little bit of this off because that was kind of thick on there. Hey Sherry, thanks Rain. Papa's always help. Some you just can't pull back. See you, Lynn. Thanks for joining us. Good enough. All right. Now, let's do this. Does anybody that's on the chat, do you want to see any particular design interlaced with a different design, or any requests that I can show you, or should I just play? What are we thinking? I'll need Brillo to get cleaned up tonight. I don't mind getting painty though. Hey Sharon. Oh my Lord. Should see my computer. I hope my computer feels the same way. Yikes. I'm not putting the bullseye over another design. I can do that. If I can find said bullseye. Well, I just recently used it, so it's got to be here somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. There's a bullseye. So when I stack these, I try to think like a contrasting shape to overlap for layers is kind of what I have in my mind to do when I do it. Like, for instance, maybe these two? I don't know. We'll see how that works. So, I'm going to do a cleanup print because this should be dry by now. Colored paper other than black or white. Not really, Pam. I had some black and white printed paper that was like polka dots and stripes and paisleys, and I printed over top of some of those. Some of it came out okay. The ones with the dots came out the best, I think. The other ones were just made it kind of too busy, for my 2 cents. But no, I mean, I have a lot of scrapbook paper. I don't have just plain, that was dirty, colored paper. I saw Patty's blue hands the other day. Oh, she can't get that off. It always comes off somehow. Look at them now. Hey. Eventually, it all comes off. Yeah, I bet the lava would work well. I'm just going to clean this up with a piece of deli. Oops, did you see that? Look what I just did. Schmutzed the whole design up. Well, it's only a cleanup. You know what, I had one of those, it's not really a scouring pad, but it's kind of a spongy thing. I think it's called a magic eraser. And I had one of those down here in my basement at the sink. And I have the Tim Holtz little Ranger scrubby thing. That works good. And I have this hand scrub stuff with grit in it. That helps. But I use that, I'll have to get some lava. I used that magic eraser on my nails. And when I have my nails done, look at that lovely manicure. It actually takes the paint and inks and stuff right off of that smooth gel that's on my nails. And somebody sent me a real fine soft brushes that you can get underneath with. That might have been Joan. That might have been in one of Joan's packs. Or maybe Wine Country Jim. I forget who sent those. All right. I'm just going to take one more piece of deli. Get that little bit of, oh, I wrinkled it. Texture. Did it on purpose. All right, I'll keep that on the side to clean up with. So now, what colors do we want to use, pray tell? I should put this back down here for anybody coming in late so they don't miss the code. If you're going to support me, I hope I can have you do it when you can get a good deal. Let's do something green for Jean. Green Jean. Yeah, the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Sorry, I like the party. Hello, Jean. My neighbor. I want another green though. Let's see. Yep, paint bugger. Green, 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 green. Oh, let's do this. All right, Jean, this one's for you, my friend. Oh, why do I still have it on this thing? I gotta get it off of there. Get off! Because I don't think I can press hard enough on there with cardstock. Oh, well, we're gonna try it. We might come into that breakage issue I mentioned earlier. That kind of blended too much, but I did get a little flash in there from the PBO everywhere. But the other colors of the green kind of just melted together. Not saying it's a bad thing, just saying it's a thing. Oh, look at how much more that came off on the ghost. Spooky. Spooky ghost. I'm just going to do this one here. Oh. See, I forget I'm not on the hard thing. Patti, do the Australian on Terraskin. The Australian? I'm drawing a total blank. I don't do the Australian on Terraskin. Oh. Now I know what you mean. Actually, I did that earlier. And here's how it came out. See where it pulled all this copper off the plate from where I was doing that one print yesterday? But that's alcohol inks through a stencil on Terraskin paper. I know. I know, Kara was like, do the Australian. Like, did I forget my names and my stencils? My own stencils right off the bat? What the hell am I doing? Damn autocorrect. I'm telling you. This will be better. This will be more better. There we go. All right, now, oh, I just had a thought. I know that's rare and random, but all these daggone paint tubes fell over into a hump when I tried to move something earlier, and it's hosing me up. Is it this? No, this. This is the one that goes better with this. I'm going to do purple over that because I like purple and green. That's what we're going to do because I'm the boss of my jelly plate. So there. Terraskin, you can get it on Amazon. You can probably get it at art stores. It's made from rocks, and that's what it looks like. Terraskin. This one is, I don't know, maybe 9 by 12, I guess. 12, no. I don't know how big it is. It doesn't say how big it is. I can measure it, I guess, but I think they only come in 1 or 2 sizes, so. But that's what it is. And I actually just ordered more today on Amazon Prime, I might add. Oh, booger, 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 booger. Putting that on a t-shirt, Sonia. I'm trying to give Janice more ammo for her next round of her little fib books. May look good and may not, but we're going to do it. Gonna do it anyway. Alright, now I can't really see through this to line this back up. Usually I feel my 8 by 10, I feel the edges, so I kind of know where the paper's going. But this, I can't. Fib books are fib, friends in the box. Janice, BM Lilith, that's on chat a lot of times. She made a lot of us that do streams these little mini books. I thought mine was right here. And she put all of our little sayings, like Paula's got a lot of them in there that she says about Vern and Hot Mess, and they had Hello Lover in there for me, and different things that different ones say. Dee Dee and Zandra, and I forget who all she had in there. Hey, look at that. Those teardrops came out looking like they're striped because it picked up some of the PBOs from the bullseye print before it. How random and cool is that? And that lined up pretty good, actually. It's almost dead center. Not that it has to be perfect. I'm just saying. Happy arting from Jamie, right? And something y'all. What does Jamie say? Something y'all. All right, you guys, if you have any requests, throw them out there and I'll try to accommodate. Meanwhile, I'm just going to play and I'm just going to mix them up and kind of layer them randomly like that together and see how they look. Yeah, see all that metallic, metallic that still's coming up on there in that shape of the bullseye. Hey, Judy. Thanks for joining, my dear. So this might be kind of cute. A piece of cardstock for this one. I don't know why. I just think that's the thing to do. The dangles? Sure. Certainly. I just have to find it. Well, what do you know? There it is. It's what I used in the alcohol ink. So let's see. What will layer nicely with that? Pray tell. Maybe that. And we'll see. Yeah, there's still a lot of green coming up on that. See if we can get it to catch the light. Little PBO in there. Flashing around. Alright, let's try, maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. That one? I think I need something more thin. I think I'll do this one. I'll do this one first, and then I'll do the dangles on top of that. That's kind of cool in person, actually. Gonna have to trust me. I'm gonna scarf down a Weight Watchers bar. Oh, I'm down 14 now. Was down another 1.6 this week. My doctor just switched some of my meds around, which she thinks will assist in that. So hopefully I can get them to work to my advantage for a change. Instead of for the last 8 years taking 3 meds that make you gain weight. Yes, give that to the Porky girl. Way to go. And if I like purple and green, you know I like purple and turquoise. So let's just put a couple. Let's throw a little Dina in there. Oop. Oh, that's pretty close in color. Yeah, not really. That's actually looks a lot darker now that I'm let it settle in my brain. Let's do a little flash in there. Oop, there you go. A little flashy. You know what I noticed I don't do, that I notice a lot of other people on the jelly plate do, and that's use white. And I used white That's like one new color now. That's blended so much. I used white on a demo a while back, and it came out really pretty. Right, Rain? Do you feel me? I know, isn't that pretty turquoise? I'm going to do this on deli because both of the stencils that I'm going to do kind of have thin lines, and this will fall right down in those little cracks and crevices of the stencil. Whereas cardstock, you'd really have to push it in there so hard and probably still wouldn't even get a perfect print after that. Oh, random thought for those. Hey, Luscious. Pictographs and hearts. I will do that next, my dear. All right, so there's a little subtle pull of that. And let me ghost that over here. How bad can that be? I talked to Patty and Terry at the Queen's Ink for the Maryland girls. And they are going to hook us up again this year with some giveaways to raffle. And maybe even a little play at in their studio space on the Tuesday before. Maybe, depending on how their schedule works out. That's not a given yet. That's kind of cute. So that'll be a possibility. CB, do you know what time? Do you book your flights? Do you know what time you're going to get there? Zonder, you can get here early on Tuesday, can't you? How about you, Jane? Have you booked your flights? Anybody know when they're getting in? As you guys do that, let me know when you're going to get in. And I'll send out another communication to try to figure out who can do what. Wow, that's a lot of paint. And now I'm freezing again. Oh, you're coming in Monday, Jane. Oh, cool. Any particular reason? Was there something you were going to do? I mean, you can't get too early because check-in, well, you wouldn't have to check in, I guess. I could come and get you and take you to Queen's Ink, CB. But right, what Rain's saying, you can't check in until 3. But they will, I'm sure they'll store your bags. And we can come and get checked in. You can get checked in later. Oh, you're coming from a different event. Oh, look at you with your events stacked up weekend to week. Lucky you. I'm stalling because I'm warming my hands on the heater. No, you're right. Well, that's cool. We'll figure out something for you to do. Got a couple ideas going on in my little pea brain. So what do I have? I have this, and I wanted to do some purple, didn't I? So let's do... Oh, the music thing. The music thing. I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to put a little schmutz this in there. That's the Dinah Violet Blue, which looks like a bright light magenta to me, but that's just me. All right, now I can get there around noon if there's something going on. Okay, Rain. Well, stay tuned because there probably will be in one fashion or another something going on somewhere. I'm going to try to make that happen. Need to make the most fun of our time together. I think Paula's not on, is she? Hey, Janice. And Joan, you guys will be here early, so oh, that kind of came out cool with some little bit of flash in those bars on the dangles. I don't remember who wanted to see dangles. I don't know if you can see that or not. Get it to flash right in the light. All right. I'm going to use this again. Showing live. Yeah, a little bit of Papa on there. And let's see. I'm going to put this on something else because that just might be cool. Oop, come here, you little rascal. Get you on here. Laurie Micah's coming to the Queen's Ink in June. I've signed up for both of her classes. I can't hardly wait. And that'll be cool because that'll be right before we do polymer clay tiles in Maryland. So, oh, there's a little flash throughout that with that little violet blue I stuck in there. If I can pick a little bit more of that up. And now somebody wanted to see hearts and pictographs. Oh, it's filled already, Zandra? Is that what that means? No spaces? Crap. Do you know what the dates are for there? Yeah, it's June 18th and 19th, but I think Zandra is saying that it's full. I'll wait for Zandra to come back. Embrace the lag. Tam, you... Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying they do have spaces yet, Zandra, then? Tam, if you're interested too, go to the no, I was showing Rain the emoji. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying. So it is. All right, now you guys are confusing me. Tam, Laurie Micah is at Queen's Ink on June 18th and 19th only. So I'm not. You guys must have a separate conversation going, asking her about June or July or both. But that's when Laurie's coming. So if you and Zandra are both inclined to come down here for that, email me, and we'll see what we can figure out. Okay, got it. Gotcha! Alright, hearts and pictographs. That should be a pretty good one overlaid, because how big the hearts are and how small the pictographs are. So let's do something bright and hearty. Let's try this one. I don't know. It might. Let's try ruby. Now, you guys live close enough together to drive together, don't you? Aren't you both from, you're both from Jersey, right? Yeah, you guys keep me in that loop, Tam and Zandra. Because I might have a little plan. I was the first one that signed up. I heard she was coming in. Hey, Burn Pink. Ah, excellent, Sandra. So I'm doing the hearts in red because, well, they're hearts and hearts are red, right? Oh, I should have put some PBO in there. Eh, not that smart. There's the red hearts. Let me pick a little bit more of this up. Oh, 2 hours. That's not bad. All right. I'm just going to do this back and forth here. Maybe I'll go, oops, that's not right. Trying to line up what I see underneath of it. Close enough. Oh, Gail, you teach Spanish too. No talking in Spanish behind the teacher's back in Maryland. I'm just saying. Actually, I actually had 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I, at this point, at almost 59 years old, struggle to order off the Taco Bell menu. I got good grades when I was doing it. Damn memory, I'm telling you. Not good. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I think what I'm going to do is see if I can make that spectacular on the pictographs, and I'm going to put black a little bit of black, oops, something underneath of there, and a little bit of this in with the black. Oh, not me, not the artist, that was the paint. So let's see how this is gonna, in my head it's gonna look cool, like it did with the turquoise the other night, and be dark enough that the black will kind of overpower it and just give us a little bit of shimmity shim shim. Let's see, who knows? What the hell do I know? It's only a crapshoot. I do see some shimmery bits sticking out of there though. So here, I forget now who asked me to do the hearts and the pictographs. But here we go. We're hearting and we're pictographing. I love this on deli because you can really see where you don't have a great impression and go back and zero in on that little itty bitty area. So you can get a pretty clean print most of the time. Alright, good or bad? Oh, cool. So the violet blue that's in there, see the little flashes of blue within the black? The violet part of it, you really can't see that clearly, although down here you get a little cast of purple on a certain angle. I don't know if you guys will see that or not. But otherwise, it's mostly blue against that black. Isn't that interesting? Of course, I'm easily entertained. Maybe it's not that interesting to you guys. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Me likey. But me likey a lot of things. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little ghost of that on this one. Just for gigs. I don't know how much will come up. Just a little ghost over that. I didn't get a clean full print. However, I'm going to get as much of that off of there as I can. And I'm going to patina that little rascal since I've got black down on the plate. Oh, and the black's mixed with that violet, so I wonder how that'll come out. I do too, Jane. I don't know what it is about those. I love the pictographs. I really do, I do. See, it's still got some out of the holes in that one. Right, so now I'm going to lift that. You can see the violet that's in there, right? It's not all solid black. I don't really, actually, I couldn't even tell you what they are, Zandra. I just knew whatever she was teaching, I was signing up for. And we'll figure it out. I'm sure whatever it is, you know, it's not, clay's really an easy medium. And you guys have just watching me enough from what I've showed you. You'll be at the same level I am, for sure. You won't be left behind by any means. Green, blue. I'm just going to do this. This really reflects nicely when you get it on black. I'm going to lift off a little and reveal the pattern a little bit better. This one I think might be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Alright, we're going in. The dang ad keeps sticking and I can't. Oh, crap, Pam. That's too bad. That's frustrating. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Pamela. This may be a, I don't know. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good about this one. Really rubbing it because I want to clean it up. I want it to pick up most of the paint. Not bad. Almost too much flash. But it takes away from the actual pictograph designs. They're there. When I get it on an angle like that, you can see them more. But when that catches the light, that whole thing is like one big flash. But I like the flash of it though. I think it warrants a hello lover. Alright, so there we go. There's that little rascal. And let me see if I can pull some of this just to clean it a little bit better. Any other requests while I warm my hands? Yeah, that was a lot of shimmer. A lot of shimmy shim on that one. That was, I mixed black with the PBO Dyna that's called Violet Blue. And I mixed those two together. And that was what the black was that was left on the plate. Then I cleaned the holes of the stencil. And went back and dropped the Dyna green blue over it. Groovy. Let's see if that's... Alright, let's see. Any more requests for certain combinations? That one with the heart makes me think... I know, Pam, it does me too. A Pennsylvania Dutch sign somehow. Like, I want to say a hex sign, but a sign of hearts doesn't seem right to call it a hex sign, but that's what it reminds me of. You want to see the smiley face? I can smile. You know what might look interesting? I will show you. So let's do, I did this in oranges yesterday. Let's do it again. This is the PBO orange yellow, so we'll get a little luster in that one. And then what's this? Oh, that's the red blue. No, that's not what I want. A little bit of this. Ooh, look at that booger. If I could melt those down, I'd have a lot of paint. And that, and maybe a little bit of this yellow. Zandra, did the class description say that Laurie Micah's classes were advanced? Because they usually are, most of the classes that Patti does is like anybody can get in there and do it. So here's Mr. Smiley Pants. That's what I should have named it. I can see this one's some kind of kids project or something. Yep. Basics, Liquitech Basics is just their student grade paint. They also make an artist grade, but the basics are basic. But they're really nice paint for the jelly plate. That's one of my favorites on the jelly plate, actually. There's a little shimmery smiley face. Look at his little eyes light up. Oh, it's almost alive. got distracted. Just using this for a cleanup print now. Just trying to pull more of this out of the hole. She said she will show us all we need to know. Yeah, she was really good about one-on-one help if anybody needed it. But she breaks it down. Gail, Facebook me and remind me. I think I can add you to that. And I added everybody that I could. And I sent an email out saying that if I didn't add you, it was because there was maybe like multiple people with the same names that came up. So I didn't know which one to choose. But email me to remind me. And I'll go in there after I get off here and see if I can get you... in the Facebook group. So there's the reverse that looks just like the stencil, right? Oops, I gotta clean this off. Good night. A lot of oopsing going on over here. Alright, I think what I want to do... Oh, you know what? I probably should have done that. I should have done these first, maybe. I was thinking just basic stripes underneath of that. But now they're going to be on top of the... they're talking about the... Trina, the Facebook group that was set up for the Maryland Art Weekend attendees. That's what they're talking about now. Let's see. How can I do this? How can I do this? I don't think it's going to turn out the way I wanted to. I should have put the stripes down first. But it's a piece of deli paper. What am I going to do? Cry about it? It's a piece of paper. We have, Helena, we have a Facebook group where we invited everybody that went to last year's art weekend, and it was like a private place for people to be able to share information, share pictures, and we're trying to get the new people added that are coming this year. But it's yeah, it was fun to be able to keep, and then afterwards you can keep in touch with those people on that kind of a more private basis. Looks like he's looking through blinds. Peekaboo, I see you, Mr. Smiley Face, but they're shimmery blinds. Oh, I'm so simple-minded, honestly. So easily entertained. And a cheap date, I might add. Hey, Carrie Ann. Alright, so there's a little couple stripey smiley guys. Looks like he's got on a pinstripe suit. Let's pull that on black, shall we? Yep. I'm telling you, the stripes are a really useful stencil. I use the rectangular one a lot for different things. It just puts that stark, straight geometric behind whatever craziness is going on top of it. It's one of my favorites actually. Clean that off on there. Eh. Whoa! Wow, look at all the colors that came off on that one. That's a hello lover right there. There's all kind of colors that picked up. Isn't that cute? Very cool, very cool. What time is it? 7:30. So I've been on here for 2.5 hours. Getting a little hungry. So I think I might need to wrap this up soon. Peeps, peeps, peeps. Do you have any more requests? And am I missing anybody that doesn't know about this? If you're going to buy any of these stencils, do it this way. I appreciate your support, but if you can get support with a discount, that's what I want you to do. But don't spend money you don't have because you think that's what I want you to do. It is not. But the coupon is ROUND20. I'll go over it one more time. The sale is good through Monday, the 22nd of February till midnight Eastern. Oh, I can do the hand Z. If you buy a minimum of $25 and at least one of my designs in that order, you'll get the free oval dangles exclusive, which I have right there in my hand. You'll get that one free. And if you are in the US and spend $50 or more, you will get free shipping, which is not a special. That's all the time on the site. Oh, thanks for the link up there, Jane. So that's the information right there. Don't want anybody coming in late and not know that. Let's see. I did this yesterday. That would probably look cool with the stripes too. You know what? Maybe I'll do the wide stripes on that one. With that one. So let's see. Let me think this time. I'm going to do stripes first and then put the design over it. Right? I think that's what I want to do. So what colors do we want? Let's do let's do something bright. I think Zandra likes pink. I do believe. Girly girl. I'll put a little shimmer in there because I can. A little of that, a little of that. And let's throw in a little Dina magenta. Alright, let's try that, see what we get. Ooh, that's a nice bright mishmash of stuff going on there. So I'm going to do the wide stripes in the background. Oh, was I tapping again? I didn't even realize it was tapping. I'm a nail tapper when I'm thinking. Gotta tell you. Alright. Got a little shimmer to it. Just some basic stripes, but stand by. We're not done yet. Let's see, can I put that on something good? Make it better. Oops. There's stuff flying everywhere. I don't know if that'll help that. But I gotta pick it up, so we'll just do that. All right, and then I'm going to go opposite on the back. Oops. I don't know if you'll be able to see that through or not. But what the heck? Rain, that was the PBO Dinah Violet Blue. The PBO Studio Fluorescent Pink. And the Dina Wakley Magenta. A little schmutz of each one. Hey, Allie. You can kind of see a little bit of plaid through there. Okay, so now, what color do, oh, you know what? I bet would look pretty. Let's see. I'm thinking a little turquoise over that. Here's some Dina turquoise. Some Liquitex Brilliant Aqua Green. Are these the two that Paula says is the same color? The ones I have are, the Liquitex is considerably darker on the ones I have. See? Is that better? Maybe it was two different ones she was saying. I don't remember. Alright, and I'm going to do blue-green. I want blue-green? Yeah, I want blue-green this time, not green-blue. Alrighty then. Okay, here we go. And look, I can see through this enough to try to get it pretty lined up. Right about there. Get all my little fingers printed through there. Oh, aren't you cute? Now that was the blue-green, and that doesn't show up as well as the green-blue, I think. Oh, look at these little hands just screaming, Patty, print me. I'm coming, little fellas. I don't know, let's just do it over top of here. It's like the smiley face is getting slapped in the face. Oh. That even looks kind of cute. You can see more of the PBO in there now. It's funny, some of the PBOs, the thinner the ghost print, the more they show up. Very strange situation there. You know what I'm thinking? I wonder what kind of a reverse, oh, I have a mess going on over here. A reverse patina would look like. Thanks, Tam. Take care. I will see you tomorrow, my friend. I'm thinking I'm going to go black over top of this. And we'll see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Can it really be that bad when it's only a piece of paper? I don't think so. So you got to experiment. You can't be afraid. I see people online saying, oh, I was afraid to try that. I was afraid to mix those colors. I was afraid to mess up that print. Screw that. Just do it. It's a piece of paper. They're going to make more. All right, let's see how this one comes out. This may work, this may not work. It's kind of reverse. And it did not work. Look at that pretty black circle. Actually, the ghost may work. Hang on. Oh yeah, thousands of deli sheets for sure. Too bad Sam stopped selling them. Like, oh, this is better. Oh, that's better. Kind of like hand silhouetted in the black and some little bit of flash around there. That's mo better. Better look at that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go out with a bang, and that's going to be my cleanup print with the stripes and the hands and all those bits of turquoise and hot pink. And I'll wrap it up for the night there. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do tomorrow when I get on. I don't know, but I'll make up something. Yeah, Jane, have you ever seen Barb Owen use her hand masks when she does prints her fabric and different jelly prints? I thought they were so cute that I thought let's do a stencil. Damn, just one more. That's why I end up here at midnight sometimes. Just one more. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. I don't know if the shimmer in there is showing up with all that. That's got a lot of depth right in there. Punch some of those circles out. Put them on something. I'm going to save that piece. Yes, I am. Oop, nope, I can't put it there and save it because bigger than anything, I'm going to take my brayer and go right over that bad boy. We'll move that out of harm's way. Let's see. Are you dry enough for a cleanup? Look at this. Yeah, I saw her like my picture I put out on, I tweeted it to her. Alright, that's getting pretty good. So now I'm debating, do I use a little bit of black paint and pick it up on, well, like Jean said before, if I use black paint, I can pick it up on anything. I don't have to pick it up on black paper. I think I'm going to pick this one up on deli because I think it just might be fabulous. So I think I'll pick it up. Do I want to use black or do I want to use Titan Buff? Oh, I'm tapping again. Sit on my hands. Titan Buff, you think, Tam? Yeah, the black could either be really good or I'll muck it up. You know what I might do? Half black and half Titan Buff. Ah! Let's try that, shall we? Do a little of that over there. Don't start a riot. Don't start a riot for me. Alright, let's just go here. I'm going to do a little Titan Buff over there. I might need a little more paint than that, actually. Just a little bit. Oh, crap. See, when it dries too much, it starts to lift it off. It might have hosed that half up. And let's try to get some black down here. And we'll do a little overlappy right there. Kind of looks like a moon. And not the kind I used to do in high school. Just saying. Like Ryan Reynolds. I kind of like this gradient going up though. Ange, you got in right as I'm getting ready to go off of my last print there, girl. But that's okay. You can always catch it later. All right. Come to mama. So Tam, I can tell you, before I even show you, you were right. I should have gone with all Titan Buff. Look at the difference. Well, actually, this didn't really pick up, so that good stuff's probably still under there. But look at that mishmash of stuff on that upper part of that globe there. That's a hello lover, if I've ever seen one. That kind of looks like a, I don't know, I kind of like it like it is with that half black down there. I like that. That might be my favorite. So I'm going to go back and get you, you little rascal. Don't you think I'm not? It's probably, there was a lot less Titan Buff than there was black. I had more black paint on there, so just, I guess one was wetter than the other one. Yeah, it looks like a planet, doesn't it? Oh, Ange, you're with Queen Pam? Your neighbor. Did you know each other before streaming? Hey, Sherry. All right. I'm going to get it. There we go. See, it was good. It just didn't come up right away. It was a late bloomer. But it's still beauty, miss. Hello, little lover. So that's the whole plate there. Pretty cool, huh? All right, kids. Mama is signing off, and I'm going to go get something to eat. I'll be back here at 10 a.m. If you can stand anymore, come on back and join me. But think about if you have requests or want me to do a certain something that I'm not doing, and you want to see with the stencils before you invest, ask me. I'm happy to try to show you. Yeah, Jane, I know. That's going to be great in a collage. I need to clean this brayer. This is brand new the other day. It's already all scunged up. I'll get to it. So thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to... where's my piece of acetate here? Let me put this on here, and I will grab some of the prints that we did earlier. My favorite right there. I'm going to put that to the side. That one wasn't bad, right, with the silhouette of the hands. Then we got a little Mr. Smiley's getting smacked down with the helping hands deal there. And here's the hands and the stripes. Right, and this is just, these are just cleanups. That's nothing. That's nothing. Oops, almost going in my water bucket. Here's another little stripey smiley dude. And some pictographs. And a patina-ish, kind of reverse patina kind of thing going on there. And somebody asked for hearts and pictographs combo. There's that one. And this is kind of a mishmash. It was dangles and Morse code, and then a ghost of the stencils. I mean, pictographs. This one was kind of cool. It was the Morse code with the teardrops over it, but it picked up a lot of the paint that had been on the plate prior, which is this is the pull that I started that with, and you can see the stripes of the green that came out on the purple teardrops. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. This was just a cleanup. This was a patina on the arrows. Just another cleanup. And what are all these? Look at this lovely one. Isn't that pretty? Don't say I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. I am... Yeah, thanks Pam. I'm glad it helps. Oh, and here's the fabric, which I'm not a fan of. Just showing you, you can do it with stencils. Use your round plate like a stamp pad and stamp down on the fabric. Put the fabric out, lay your stencil down, ink up your plate on a plastic frame like so from Michael's for $2. 8 by 10, so it fits right on there, and use that as a plastic acrylic block. Stamp that bad boy down on top of the stencil. Embossed gold pictographs on the black. Oh, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll do another metallic free-for-all tomorrow and some embossing. You might have something there, CB. All right, girls and boys, thank you so much for hanging with me. I appreciate it. And there's the last deal there. See you guys tomorrow if you can make it. 10 a.m. Be here, be there, be square.